Well, first of all, I was intrigued. But then, having been on so many diets all my life and lost and gained and lost, I'd basically given up. I thought, what can I lose? I'll go. And so I went, and I did not expect to hear anything that I did not know already. I mean, I've done it all, you know. So I went, and I was intrigued. I think, see, what are they going to tell me? Well, the first speaker was the son of the Parkersburg coach. And I thought, what does that have to do with dieting and fitness? But it was more attitude. And it was really interesting. And then after that, they went to the breakout sessions. And the first one was dealing with additives in food. And he was explaining how they add stuff to your food, the processed food, especially sugar and MSG. And I thought, well, he said, read the labels. Well, I read labels, right? Not like that. And he showed you how to look at the ingredients and what is actually in there. And it's amazing what's in there that you don't know. And everything seems to have sugar or MSG in it. And I thought, okay, and what it does to you. And I thought, well, okay, that's interesting. Well, the next one I went to was Holly Haug, where she did the kitchen. And that was really nice. That was fun. But she said something there that intrigued me. We had just moved into our home, which has hardwood floors. And she said how she had injured her foot when she was running, and she couldn't run because the inflammation wouldn't go down. She couldn't run. So she said, but a friend told her to cut out sugar. And if she cut out sugar, it would help. So she did, and within 4 days, she was walking on that foot. I'm thinking, oh, okay. And that's another thing that went in the back of my mind. And then there was a couple of other things. And then there was a lady who was talking about the epidemic of type 2 diabetes and the blood sugar and things that spike your blood sugar and all this kind of thing. And as my husband had type 2 diabetes, I thought, well, this is something I need to learn about. So again, it kept coming back again to sugar. It's really interesting. And then, of course, Van Harden was the last speaker, and he was inspirational because he was talking about how he felt so crummy, and I felt crummy. You know, I didn't like feeling like I did. I didn't like not being able to go upstairs very easily, not to be able to walk very far. I've always been very active, and I didn't like that feeling, and just feeling old. And I thought, well, if he can do it, maybe I can try something myself. So I went home. I really, really, really enjoyed the conference. It was really informative. It was fun. And I came home and I thought, okay, Lord, I asked you before I came, what are you going to tell me? And the thing that came through to me was sugar. So from that day on till today, I have not had anything with processed sugar since last January. That is a miracle for me. And since that time, within 4 days, I was walking on the hardwood floors without any shoes on or anything like that with no pain. I couldn't believe it. And then I started walking. The other thing they said about is you don't have to be an Olympic athlete. Just move. And I've never been inactive, but you know, park a little further away from where you're going. Use the stairs. Do things a little faster. I can do that. So I started moving more and walking. I have 2 little dogs. And first of all, they loved it when I started walking them more in the park. And you know, I go over to the cemetery. But as time progressed, they don't like me anymore. They won't come with me anymore because I walk too far and too fast. I noticed within a couple of weeks that my clothes were looser, and it seemed like the first 50 pounds slid off. Great, this is great. By summer, I'll be where I should be. Well, you know, God doesn't always let you have that. He was great encouragement, but there was times when he said, you know, you're going to have to work for this one. And so I did. And I've had times of plateaus, and this year has not been easy with my husband's sickness and then when he died in July. But I truly believe that if I hadn't started getting fitter in January, I could not have done the things that I've had to do where I was back then. So I've continued. I have joined a gym, and I do go, and I'm starting to work out, so I can see things are changing. It's a progress. I've learned one thing: you don't ever quit. I don't care if you're a plateau, don't quit. And for me, this is not a diet, this is an act of obedience. I asked God to show me something, he did. I would be a fool if I didn't face it up. And for anyone else who's out there, if you feel like I did, just go and ask God, what does he want to teach you? It could be different from you. For me, it was sugar. That was a big part of my life. I know I was born after World War II, and in World War II, especially in England, there was a great shortage of sugar. So when the war ended, everything had sugar on it. I mean, that was it. Everybody had sugar on it. So I had a lot of sugar in my life, and to cut it out, that is a miracle. That is an act of God. That really is. And I I will go back again, and I would encourage anyone else to go back again. It was really wonderful.